Welcome to Savage Beans. Today's video is random running tips for beginners. This is just a list of things that I wish I knew when I first started running. Some of them are common sense, others are like, word. The first and most important thing that I learned during my time of running. All right, hold on, let me take it back. When I first started running, when I first attempted to even try to jog 10 feet, I was wearing basketball shoes, basketball shorts, a pullover sweater, basketball socks, and the worst thing that I possibly could have done besides all that was a white cotton shirt underneath. Cotton is not your friend. Cotton is that dude who owes you $100, who you don't even care about getting the money from because you just rather him keep the $100 than ever having to see him again. So obviously you want running shoes. This isn't one of the tips. Basketball shorts are fine to run in, but I would prefer running shorts. So again, this isn't a tip. The tip is stay as far as possible the fuck away from fucking cotton. Excuse my language. Fucking cotton. Stay the fuck away. Tech tees are always gonna be your best bet when it comes to running. I've always been the type of guy who has to wear two types of shirts. So what I started doing for running is getting tech cutoff shirts. Feel good. Nice and breathable. On top of it, I'll buy one of the running tech tees, and I'm not sponsored by C9, but if y'all watching, you're all I use, so. But nice and breathable. It's definitely good for, you know, nice brisk weather, hot weather. This is gonna be your choice. This is gonna be a lifesaver to you. The next thing you're gonna want in your running bag or your workout bag or whatever it is, nail clippers. Yeah, that's one thing a lot of people forget. Nail clippers. You wanna keep your fingers nice and, you know, short, because when you're running and you have your fist up, or, you know, you don't want to hurt yourself, like it gets in the way. But especially your toes. You don't want your socks and your shoes, you know, like a gargoyle. Like, nah, it's not fun. So make sure you have those in your bag. Trim them as much as possible. Keep it all trim, keep it all nice. Because not only for runs, but for dates. Obviously, as a runner, you know you want to stay hydrated. Just as a human being, you know you want to stay hydrated. Well, I always make sure that I always have my water bottle. Daily, I drink at least a gallon. But I still always carry my water bottle. But besides just putting water in here, I take these bad boys. Noon, none, however, I don't know. But it's amazing. It's fucking good. They're little tablets. You just put them in your water. This one's fruit punch because I'm a kid. You put in your water, it gives it flavor, gives you some energy. I always make sure I have one of these very close to me at all times. The other very important thing, whether you're going out on the trail, you're running out in the street, know where you're going. I highly recommend, especially in areas you've never been before, use Map My Run, map it out beforehand to know exactly where you're supposed to be and what's around there. Hell, on long runs when I'm running the street, I make sure I know where all the liquor stores and 7-Elevens are at. I treat those as my aid stations, that way I don't have to carry anything with me. Especially when I'm going into new areas, whether it's trail or whether it's street, I always make sure I tell somebody, hey, this is where I'm going, this is somewhere new I've never been to, so if I don't hit you up in X amount of hours, come looking for me because I'm probably in a ditch somewhere. I got a few, you know, I got a couple small duffel bags. I got this little small hydration pack that I typically take with me everywhere. It has my sunblock, it has my sunglasses, it has my Body Glide, my tablets, extra pair of headphones, some extra cash in it, just little various things that I may need. Another thing you're gonna wanna invest in is either a headlamp or a flashlight. I always make sure I keep that in my bag because you just never know when you're gonna go on a night run. Always keep the calf sleeves on me as well. I primarily use the calf sleeves so when I go trail running, that way I don't get scraped up by bushes when I'm going through, you know, weeds and all that. Here's another thing that I kind of had to learn, and there's been a few other runners that I've kind of given this piece of advice to. Sometimes I get cramping in my legs. I haven't had that issue ever since I started taking magnesium. I use Doctor's Best. I get off of Amazon. Everyone that I've referred it to and has used it has said it's worked for them and has minimized their cramping. I'm not sponsored by anything that I mentioned. I'm not sponsored by C9, Noon, None tablets, the headlamp that I showed you, Doctor's Best, Amazon, any of that. These are just things that I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys that I've learned, you know, running. I really hope some of these random tips help you out. If you have any other random tips that usually aren't shared in the running community, post them in the comments below. I greatly appreciate if you guys subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll be doing some more in-depth running videos pretty soon. Running tips, running tips. Don't fall. Pick up your feet when you run. Put tape on your nipples to avoid chafing. Later. When passing a pretty girl, run faster and harder than you ever have. That's a tip for another type of video.